Hey there, fruit fans! Ready to peel back the layers of history? Let's talk bananas, not just the ones you eat, but the company that brought them to you. The United Fruit Company, a name synonymous with the golden fruit. Picture this, late 1800s, a time of handlebar mustaches, steam engines, and rapid industrialization. The world was changing, and so was the way we consumed fruit. This is where our story begins. Enter Minor C. Keith, a railroad tycoon with a taste for tropical fruit. He wasn't just any businessman, he was a visionary who saw potential in the lush lands of Central America. Keith began by building railroads in Costa Rica, but soon realized the fertile land was perfect for growing bananas. He saw an opportunity in those yellow crescents, a chance to build an empire on bananas. Thus, the United Fruit Company was born in 1899, merging Keith's banana ventures with other fruit companies. It quickly grew into a behemoth, controlling vast plantations and shipping lines. They controlled not just the banana plantations, but also the railroads and ports needed to transport the fruit. This vertical integration made them the ultimate banana overlords. From Central America to the US, if you ate a banana, chances are, it had a United Fruit sticker on it. They were everywhere, a household name. They were the Amazon of their time, but instead of selling books, they sold fruit. Their marketing was genius, making bananas a staple in American households. They weren't just selling bananas, they were selling an image, a dream of the tropics, a taste of paradise. Their advertisements painted a picture of exotic lands and healthy living. They made bananas a staple, a symbol of the tropics, all while raking in profits. Their business model was revolutionary, combining agriculture, transportation, and marketing. They were the original banana moguls, and boy did they know how to play the fruit game. Their legacy is as ripe as the bananas they sold, leaving an indelible mark on the fruit industry. Now, imagine a country where the most important export isn't oil, gold, or even coffee, but bananas. Yes, bananas, the humble fruit that you might have in your kitchen right now. Welcome to the Banana Republic, a term coined to describe countries practically owned by fruit companies where the economy and politics are deeply intertwined with the fruit trade. And guess who was the top banana in this bunch? You guessed it, the United Fruit Company. This company wasn't just a business, it was a powerhouse. These weren't your typical democracies. These were countries where the government danced to the tune of the fruit company's profits. The lines between government and business were blurred. Need a tax break? No problem, just give us more land. The fruit companies had the power to shape policies to their advantage. Want to raise the minimum wage? Not so fast, amigo. That'll cut into our banana budget. Workers' rights were often trampled in the name of profit. The United Fruit Company wielded immense power. They were not just influential, they were practically untouchable. They influenced elections, bribed officials, and even had their own private armies. Their reach extended far beyond the plantations. They were basically running the show, all while claiming to just be humble fruit vendors. Their public image was a far cry from their actual influence. They weren't just a company, they were a state within a state, a shadow government with a taste for tropical fruit and a disregard for democracy. Their influence was pervasive and profound. They were the puppet masters, and the banana republics were their stage. Every move, every decision, was orchestrated to benefit the fruit companies, leaving the actual governments as mere puppets. Hold on to your bananas, folks, because this story is about to get juicy. This tale is a wild ride through history, where fruit and politics collide in the most unexpected ways. In 1954, Guatemala, a small Central American country, dared to challenge the United Fruit Company's reign. This was a bold move for a nation trying to assert its sovereignty and improve the lives of its people. Their democratically elected president, Jacobo Arbenz, had the audacity to propose land reforms that would take away some of the company's unused land. These reforms aimed to redistribute land to impoverished farmers, a move that was both progressive and controversial. The United Fruit Company, used to getting its way, wasn't too happy about this. They saw their vast profits and control over the region being threatened. They cried foul, claiming communism was at their doorstep. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. This was a strategic move to gain sympathy and support from the US government. They lobbied the US government, painting Arbenz as a communist threat, and themselves as innocent victims. The fear of communism was a powerful tool during the Cold War era. And guess what? It worked. The US government, already on edge from the Cold War, bought into the narrative. The US, under the influence of the Cold War paranoia and good old-fashioned corporate lobbying, decided to intervene. They saw this as an opportunity to curb the spread of communism in their backyard. They supported a coup that overthrew Arbenz, installing a military dictatorship in his place. This move was justified as a necessary action to protect democracy, ironically by dismantling one. The coup, orchestrated with the help of the CIA, plunged Guatemala into decades of civil war and instability. The country paid a heavy price for the interests of a foreign corporation. The United Fruit Company, meanwhile, got their land back and continued to profit, proving that sometimes, even bananas can be a recipe for disaster. This story is a stark reminder of how corporate interests can shape the fate of nations. But like a banana past its prime, the United Fruit Company's once ironclad grip on power began to weaken. The world was changing rapidly, and people were starting to see through their fruity facade. Scandals emerged, exposing their unethical practices and cozy relationships with various dictators. The company faced numerous lawsuits, bad press, and growing competition from other companies. Turns out other companies figured out how to grow bananas too. Who knew, right? It was a game changer. It seems the era of the all-powerful banana was finally coming to an end. Their image, once polished and golden, was now irreparably tarnished. They were no longer the kings of the fruit salad, just another multinational corporation trying to stay afloat in a sea of changing consumer preferences and geopolitical realities. They tried to rebrand, diversify, even get into the lettuce business, because why not? But the damage was already done. The once mighty banana empire was shrinking, and no amount of PR spin could save them from their fate.